Hey guys, welcome to Salty Reflections. We are Stephanie and Oliver, my handsome husband Oliver right here, and we are exploring a beach today. So for you guys that are wanting to go shelling, let's go. Look what I already found. Very cool. An alligator scoot. Very, very neat.
And guys, Hurricane Debby has just come through Florida, through Georgia, and right here off the coast of South Carolina. It actually went right out off of this area that we are here and came back in a little bit further up north of us here in South Carolina. But I can already see that it has washed up a good many shells out here, and we're going to make a long walk with you guys today, and we're going to just look for things that might have got washed up on this beach that are a little unusual, or maybe they're just common shells that we find a lot and just want to share with you. What is that one there, Steph?
It's one of the arcs, and that is still a hinged pair of arcs. Here you go. And as we passed by just then, we noticed there's a little welt here. It's got a lot of matrix buildup on it. Lots of little holes from the univalves boring into it. But look at this little critter. This is why I got you guys out. I wanted to see this, and I'm not sure if he's alive or dead or what, but ghost crab. Oh, he's alive. I seen him move just then. And these are some fast little critters. If you've ever been to the beach and have ghost crab hunted with your kids or with yourself, that is a fun little activity because they are fast. I'm gonna try my best not to disturb him. He hasn't run off yet, so he's maybe tired up here, but he's a big fella. You can see my hand compared to him. And we hope you guys just enjoy the scenery, the beach sounds as we get closer to the waves, and just enjoy the little beach trip that we're trying to take you on. Little thing here, some hinged Dysdocinia. It's full of little matrix. And check out this guy, angel wing. Lots of common shells. Of course, trash. You're always going to run across trash. Some of our common shells, the coquina, the oysters. Oliver told me to leave it here. We'll pick it up on the way back. I hear him down here trying to tell me that he doesn't want to load the wagon down on the way there, that we'll pick it up on the way back. Because we do have to walk back by this area to get back to the boat. This is one of the areas in South Carolina where in order to get here, you do have to come by boat. We are on a barrier island. Some sea whip. Pretty purple color.
So guys, my goal is to make a long walk with you guys today and look for, you know, some nice shells on the way there. If we see something really nice, we'll be picking it up, and on the way back we may not be as selectful. That way, you know, as we're walking, the cart isn't as heavy today. Play it smarter, right? Don't work smarter, not harder.
Yeah, because this cart does get heavy. Shells, they add up, and they add up to be a lot of weight.
I'm really just seeing a lot of the common stuff that we normally see though, right, Steph?
Yeah, that's what I had stopped earlier to try to show, but I tried to catch back up with you. So some of the common things we see a lot: oysters, lots of different types of arcs, these coquina clams, the blue mussels. There's a little bit of coral right there on that shell.
Let's walk on down here next
Cockles.
to the water. We're gonna walk on down next to the water because we are getting here right after the low tide. And as we walk this beach, the tide's gonna be coming in and, you know, covering up what is down on the lower part of the beach. And we can always catch that high tide line on the way back.
Look at that coquina clam. I mean, quahog clam. I said that backwards earlier too. I said coquina, that's a quahog clam. But look at the blue color in it. You can see the purples in it that they use for the wampoon when they're broken. And I picked up this angel wing, Oliver, but it does have some little chips on the side. I have plenty of pretty perfect angel wings that I really don't do anything with already. So I'm just gonna leave this guy here on the beach. Trying to take your advice and be more selective.
We're definitely going to be more selective today. We have so many beach treasures around our house. We've about got to the point we don't know what to do with all of them. So we're going to be more selective. There's an olive, and there's another one right there ahead, Steph. Now these smaller shells we could go ahead and keep because Stephanie does have what, a 2 or 3 gallon big jar of nothing but like olive shells. So smaller shells, you know, are easy to keep a bunch of them, right?
That's right. We do love big shells, and we cannot lie, but there are some that we have little tiny ones of. And this is a little shark eye shell, a moon type of a moon snail. Pretty.
Yeah, that is a nice one. Nice find.
And the ones we have picked up so far, those are lettered olives, which is what we have mostly here in South Carolina, are lettered olives. Which is the South Carolina state shell, correct?
Make sure you're looking at the camera and talking, because I don't know how it's picking up our voice. Look at this here, right here. Oh man, I think it's broken though.
Yep, you see the front's broken there.
Man, that would have been a huge knob welt.
Pretty black color.
How about this little guy? Just the inside spirals. I always like to check these areas like this right here. This is some of the dead Spartina grass. And I like to check these areas right here because the divots, it gives something for the shells to get caught in.
Woohoo! Did you hear me? Look at here.
Look at here. Wow.
Something we don't really ever find on this beach very much, or maybe it's because we're not looking for them, but that's a beauty. Shark's tooth.
Yeah, that's a nice one. Probably one of the nicest shark's teeth that we've seen on this particular barrier island. Great find, Steph.
Yeah. Yeah, I like to find those. That's actually probably one of my favorite activities is to look for shark's teeth. So.
How about that channel welt right there that's busted? Still kind of nice to take a look at. Oh, right here's a good example of one. Kind of buried here. Not a really big one, but
knobbed whelk.
Yeah, I'll throw it on in here. So most of the shells are right up the beach right here from us. We were hoping that when we come right down here there would be some better finds, but like I said, I know we can always catch that area right there on the way back through. We may venture up there just a little bit to see.
I was checking to make sure we were still going.
We're still recording. Oh, a nice shark eye, a little shark eye. And you can see the little hole right there. Right?
Yeah, the little characteristic hole of a univalve drilling into it. There's actually a pear whelk here and a big olive there.
Nice pear whelk.
And it's got the same little univalve hole where something has drilled into it, probably what caused the demise of this snail. And then there's a big olive right here.
Oh man, that is a huge olive. Wow, pretty one too.
And of course, whenever you're shelling, you always want to turn them over, make sure there's no live nails in it still. Because live animals do grow these shells, and you don't want to take any live animals home. That's not legal.
That's right.
And not ethical.
If you're out beach exploring and you run across live critters and shells, leave them alone, put them back. Look at this, is that a big slipper there?
I believe it's the backside of a broken shark eye shell.
Oh man, I thought I had found the world record slipper shell. Oh, that's a nice knob whelk right there by the bird up there to the left. Go grab that one, Steph, while we're right here. We may not make it back down through here before the tide covers it up. We never know. But it's a pretty blue color. Look at this.
Yeah, it is. It's gorgeous.
Look at that blue color. And our the mud, the sediment that's on the bottom of the river systems and stuff here in South Carolina is what turns these shells that dark color. And can we rinse it off just to get a better look at what that looks like when it's rinsed off? Right over here, so that'd be easier to get to the water's edge. And I just want to show you what it looks like when it's wet, and it would look the same way if you chose to take this shell and use mineral oil on it, or some type of oil to bring out the colors. Which the ones of us that have used oils and stuff on our shells know that eventually they still will dry back out the same way they will do after they're wet by the water. They dry back out. Oils last longer, but they will still dry out eventually. And see that dark blue color? Very, very nice. And all the points on that shell are intact, and the lip of the shell itself has a good, nice straight edge with no chips or anything. So that's a nice shell.
Oh, look here.
Oh, sand dollar. Oh man, is it whole?
Yep, it is. And of course, you can see that it is already bleached out from the sun. So it is a deceased sand dollar skeleton.
And you can tell that it is not alive. If it was alive and you flipped it over, there would be a hair philia type on the back side of it that would be glistening and stuff in the sun and moving. This shell is definitely deceased.
Here's a little olive.
Tiny little olive hiding there. Nice. Here's another right here. How many of you ladies, you guys would like to be out here shelling on this beautiful day with us? Leave it in the comments. Just let me know. Would you love to be here? Look here. Puck.
Somebody wasn't too good of a shot. They missed their disc completely.
Well, we're gonna throw that in the cart just because it is trash and we're down this way.
Yeah, because we're not going to be passing back by it on the way back.
And a good idea, if you ever do want to come or venture out to one of these beaches like this, you might want to wear some shoes. We did not wear shoes today, but it makes it a lot easier to get out and really look through areas like this right here, because these shells and stuff, some of them are as sharp as razors, and they can leave you with some pretty bad wounds. Saltwater mussel, more of the clams.
Yeah, and even if you don't wear them, at least bring them, so that way if you want to walk through the areas where you might get cut, you'd have some shoes to wear. Check out that little olive I just found in the edge of that little, I don't know what you would call that, the reeds, the roots areas here.
Yeah, this is just used to be like the Spartina grass area or some type of weeds, and you know, over time with the erosion, this is just what's left of the root systems that were here. There's
a pretty good little lightning welt right there, but I mean, it's broken. No need to cross through if you don't want to.
Old lightning welt, and you can tell that's a lightning welt because if you hold this shell up and this long stem is pointed downward and this opening is on the left hand side, that is a lightning welt. The knob welts and other welts that we usually find with the opening on the right are different. Seeing something strange looking right here. Not sure what that was. I know
you're in dangerous territory.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to get my feet cut. What is it?
I don't know. It's really heavy, so it's not film.
Yeah, we're not too sure about what this right here
is. Metal. Is it metal? That part's plastic for sure, but this
it's
right here
probably nothing to it. Probably really nothing to it. Look at that.
The jackknife razor clam. And give them a good view of what all these shells are, Oliver, so they don't think we're passing over tons of perfect shells.
But that is a nice shell right there in the center of the screen.
Tons of oysters, clams. Oh, look at this welt with the oysters attached to it. It's growing on it. It's a little whelk and got a cluster of oysters on it. But all these are the cohi clams, cockles.
There's the olive right here. And another here.
There's a big flipper right there under your feet.
Okay.
Yeah, there's so much stuff down there, it's kind of hard to get your eyes focused in on it. If you didn't see it to start with, it's hard to notice it.
It is.
Right.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Yeah, it is.
It's got a pinkish color across the bottom, and it looks like this shell was probably like buried this way, because you can see that dark area across that. There's almost a line there. of what I think would have been buried in the mud. That's a nice find. Here.
Oh, I see two big ones over there.
Well, you want to walk across there and grab them? You got your shoes right there.
Yeah, I will.
Just some type of petrified like wood. Feels very hard on this top side, but underneath it is kind of rotting in a way, decomposing really bad. She's trying to bring those shells to show us.
Yeah, I was trying to rinse them off in some of that water. Look how big that one is. It's probably why I noticed it over there, because it is so big. The tip's broken off, but that's still a beautiful shell.
Yeah, nice one to put in the outside flower garden, shell garden.
I got a horsefly bothering me, so I'm jerking, sorry. Got a pretty little knobbed welt there. The points on it are perfect, and this is the other one that I saw. And then as I was walking back across, seen this little faded one. It's got oysters growing all in it. Cool. Now this little fella is covered in that matrix, but it is a black matrix, and that is pretty neat. Got oysters growing inside there. And I'll assume that that matrix is because it was stuck in the mud, just like the other things around here that get colored that way from being stuck in the mud.
Nice. Another olive. That's a kind of older one, beat up a little bit. Look at the orange colors in that arc.
Yeah. It's pretty.
And if you like videos like this, beach exploring videos, make sure you check out like our playlist, because we have, I don't know exactly how many now of beach, exploring videos or shelling videos that we've called them different things, just trying to, seek out the people that's actually searching for different things. And if you like this type of video, make sure that you leave it in the comments that these are the type of videos that you want to see. That way I'll focus on these types of videos more for the people who want to see them. And I truly appreciate the likes, because the likes and the shares and the comments, that is what me as a YouTuber, it keeps me coming back out here and looking for stuff and bringing you guys along on the videos.
Motivation's always good. It's always good to feel motivated to do something.
Yeah, it's hard to, have a positive attitude if you're getting a lot of negative feedback. So we're hunting for people with positive feedback that likes to see, you know, beach exploring videos, or may not be able to get to do this type of stuff on their own. That's, you know, our goal and our mission, to come out here and share videos like this. And that olive shell I just picked up was very, very light, so it was getting, the shell itself was getting worn pretty bad. It was thin.
And we got a little pair of pitted clams, little false angel wings.
Very cool. There's a big jackknife Fraser clam right there.
Yeah. And look at this.
Wow, that would have been a huge moon snap.
Yeah, it would have.
We have found some whole ones out here. We're hoping to get lucky today, but hey, it's a beach treasure hunting day. We're hunting for the big treasures. That don't mean we're gonna find them. Whatever we find, you're gonna get to see it the way that we found it. I'm trying not to do any cuts and make anything look glamorous. I'm just trying to take you on a nice, calm beach walk. I know we run our mouths a lot, but that's just who we are, I guess.
Look at there. Look at that beauty. Who could not run their mouth about that beauty?
Yeah, that's probably the nicest olive we found today, far as, you know, the patterns and colors and stuff in it.
And when you're in areas like this, if you're a tiny hunter, if you like those tiny shells, you can sit here for a long time, because there are lots and lots of little tiny shells hidden in all this mass of shells.
And some people, they tell us that in areas like this, they would just like to sit here in a chair and just sort through these things. There's one there, Steph. Can you grab that olive?
Yep. Didn't even see it right in front of you.
And you guys see, I'm pulling the cart, and I'm the one-handed helper today, or no-handed helper really, because I've got you in one hand and I'm pulling the cart in the other. So don't get mad if I ask Stephanie to do a couple things out here, right?
I won't say you're the no-handed helper, because really you're the double-handed helper. Like you said, you have them in one hand and the cart in the other.
That's right.
And that cart is essential to be able to take this long walk down this beach and to actually gather the shells. I guess we could just walk and look at them, but what's the fun in that?
Can you grab water out of there and go ahead and open it, since we're talking about you helping out, Steph? Stay hydrated. Stephanie and I are coming down off a round of COVID. We're rebounding, and I think we're 90-something%, you know, back to being in good health. And during that time, we've been avoiding, you know, others, and hearing that this COVID is going back around again pretty bad, guys. Some of our friends from down in Florida that leave us comments saying that, you know, it's going down there in that area, it's going around pretty bad. And guess what? 3 weeks ago, where were we at? In Florida. We could have definitely picked it up while we were down there. I'm not sure though. You want that a little bit?
Got a little auger there.
That's nice. There's a nice shark eye right there, Steph. Or moon snail. I don't know if it's busted or not.
Yeah, it's got a big hole in this side, but it is pretty.
It was a decent size. Oh, look at there. The remains of the old crab pot.
Buried down in the sand.
Yeah. Buried, and it's going to be there for a while. If you're experiencing a little bit of wind noise today from the camera, it's just going to be that way throughout this video, because we can put a windsock on the camera, but what it does, it causes the GoPro to overheat. So we're trying to, you know, run without doing that. And look at this here. Look at that there. Wow, that's a nice one. Oh, look at those colors on the inside. Looky.
Wait, y'all want to see the colors on the inside of this shell?
Yes.
Look at there.
Man.
Let me try to rinse it out a little bit.
Oh, man, these flies they're something else. And we didn't bring any bug spray, did we? Had some back in the boat, but that's way back that way now. Let's see how this thing turned out.
Yes, we definitely have bug spray in the boat. Wow, look at those blues and oranges. That is a perfect shell. The lip's a little chipped right here. But check that out. Gorgeous.
Oh yeah, nice.
And back to the bug spray. I tell people all the time that are talking about South Carolina, if you're going to come to South Carolina or move to South Carolina, two things you're definitely going to need: sunblock and bug spray. We have both of those in multiples everywhere we go normally, except for in the cart. I do have some sunblock, I think.
And we have some bugs here. It don't matter if you bring sprays or not. You still gonna get eat up. These sand gnats, they almost act like they eat any bug spray that I've tried.
Yeah, I think they like it. I think it makes them even more hungry for your blood. Ooh, look at all those mussels.
You definitely don't want to walk across that right there barefooted.
The razor clam, one of our other common shells here. A different version of what we showed you, the jackknife razor clam. That one's just a typical razor clam.
Hold up.
Went over there for that busted one and come back with two keepers. Awesome. Good job, Oliver.
No, I seen the keeper before I went over there also.
Oh, okay. Shark eye. And again, that typical little univalve hole. So if you're looking for a perfect shark eye, you may be out of luck.
Same way I see this one here. Look. I got an eye for these shit. this thing is packed with shells on the inside of it too, making it heavy. And I'm telling you, I got an eye for these things. Once you've looked for them long enough, you can just spot them. So look at that faded out one yonder. I'm trying to get these shells out of here. That one there is really, oh man, I'm still going to keep that. It's just cool looking. Very, very thick. Wow. Yeah, I see him. Where's your shoes?
I'm walking in the area where I can see pretty good.
Oh man.
You want that big broken one? Watch those oysters.
Yeah, go ahead and grab it. That one.
That one.
Grab that one.
Look at this side of it. It's what I waited for because it's so bright orange. On this side, I couldn't see that from my angle. And there's another right there.
And there's a sand dollar. There's a lot of shells out here. Tons of them. Just grab the cart and move on down that way, Steph, as I walk this way. See a big shell out here. It's kind of busted up, but I still wanted to take a look at it. And the reason you see me picking up these kind of busted shells is they're perfect, you know, to put in a flower garden. And we have some people that are interested in those types of shells just to put outside in their flower garden. Look at this big guy. Covered. This is a huge shell, heavy too. It's packed with that mud and oysters all inside of it. We're gonna try to take it with us. As we're getting around to this beach side, the wind has picked up a little bit. I'm just hoping that the wind noise isn't too much on you guys.
Pretty well right here a while ago, but now I don't see it. Your angle has got orange on it. Do you see it?
Right there. To your, this one. Hey, straight ahead of you. Right there. That's the only one I see with any orange.
Stop the wagon right here. So I see
There's
it right
one
there.
right there.
But look at these two finds. This oyster with bright, bright orange interior. And look at that tulip shell. We don't really find tulips here very often, so that is a great find. And it is empty. I have already checked. And sometimes even if you can't see a hermit crab in there, if you stick your finger way down in there, you'll be able to tell if there's anything in it. So that is a great find. This is the one I can see with that little orange on it. What a beauty.
Big cockle. Take a look at that stuff. And this is a big what is it, Atlantic cockle?
Yeah.
And that one there actually is probably 4.5 inches across. And I bet we've seen them out here 6 and 7, and straight up right through here, there's another nice shell. Let's see if you guys can spot it as we ease up on it. We're looking for a shell that you would pick up.
Is it this one? Or maybe this one?
What? Which one?
This one.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Were you trying to trick them?
I was trying to test y'all's eyes a little bit.
There's a moose snail.
So let's take a look at that shell that we just found. Step real close. About a 3.5 inch, 4 inch maybe. Little knob welt.
Got one from up there too. Look at that point. It's a little different.
Very
and
pretty.
It is broken a little bit right here on the end of the siphonal canal, but it's still really pretty.
And these laughing gulls, they're kind of like walking the beach with us. You know, the seagulls, the laughing gulls.
I think they get used to seeing people, and they know people is equivalent with snacks and maybe debris on the beach that they can eat. So
we don't have any snacks for them. We don't have any snacks for them. They can follow.
Got a whole line of pelicans flying by, and you can't probably see it very good in the camera, but all the little bumps right at the edge of the surface, those are plovers and sandpipers and sanderlings.
The nature and the wildlife that I'm seeing right now through my eyes is amazing. All the seabirds, the shells of what once was life, and I'm sure some of them are still alive. There's minnows. They're traveling through this little tidal pool here. The colors that just is out here is amazing. It's blues, it's oranges, you know, the whites. The shell finds have been pretty good today. Not spectacular, but we're saying it's a-okay with us. We enjoy a day like this, just to come out and look for shells and beachy finds, because we have found some awesome stuff out here. Here's all the birds. Yeah, I don't know what they're feeding on right here. But look at there. Wow. Wow, look at this. Look at that big quahog clam. Oh, busted. be out here today. And honestly, I've been trying to get Stephanie to come beach exploring for a while. She just tells me that we have so many shells now that she really don't know what to do with them anymore. Me, I'm like, well, give them away. And she's like, I can't do that.
This little pear whelk, and it is alive. You can see its trap door there, and it was sticking out a lot further, actually up on the beach drying out, but I'm going to take it right here to the water's edge and put it back in the water so that way it can live.
Look right here.
I'm going to let Oliver show you that one while I put it back in the water.
Cool find. Treasures are adding up. They're adding up. Another water from me. Want some more of this? That water should last me at least 10 or 15 minutes, right? Another really big cockle.
Sitting up on top of the roots there.
That tide is creeping in. That's a good thing for us when we're out here, when we're anchoring the boat. You know, a lot of times if that water is dropping out, our boat can get beached. With the tide coming in, at least when we anchor it, we know when we get back that the water depth should be better. And it's always, no matter what, when you walk a mile, mile and a half from your boat and been out here several hours, it's always kind of scary getting back to the boat to see, you know, if it's still going to be there, position where you can get to it. We have come back off of these journeys and found the boat beached. We have come back and found the boat 100 yards from land and had to kind of swim for the boat, and it's been quite a challenge. So always check the tides, and if you're in your area or any area, there's an app that I use on my phone. It's called Tides Near Me, and it will help you, you know, to track the high tides and low tides of the areas that you're in. Wow, look at that thing. I got to give you a look at this one first. Look at that.
Beauty.
Pretty. Look at this here. This is like a prehistoric thing here. Oh man, look at how big it would have been. Look at that. Wow. Is that something you would just want to put in a shell garden?
Sure. Look how pretty it is.
I mean, you got people that are asking you about some of them, so I mean, we're already out here. We just have to share. Some people are not as fortunate as we are to be able to come out here. And sometimes, you know, they may be interested in owning some of the shells that we find. Another one, busted up.
Just look at the colors on it. It's kind of weird. It's almost like metal or rust or something on it right there.
And this wind, it may be making a little noise in the camera, but it sure is making this beach walk nice, right, Steph? Tolerable.
Yeah, if there was no wind, I don't think we could do it.
No. It's about 90 degrees out here right now.
And look at this, where you can see the spiral inside there. That's pretty interesting. This was a broken channeled whelk.
Right there in the center of this tidal pool.
Check this out. That's gorgeous.
Wow, look at all those colors. Oh man, look at there. And the snail is still in it, and there you can see the trap door. That's what they pull closed over the opening to protect themselves when they're inside the shell.
Yep, that's the operculum, or also called the trap door. And when these fall off after these snails have died, people collect these as well. But
look at the colors and patterns in that one there.
I'm gonna put this live guy back right
yeah,
where
the
he
live
was.
one's going back.
Right in the middle of this tide pool. The tide's coming in, so it's about to catch him.
We have no reason to keep live shells. We have absolutely no reason.
Yeah, we don't.
The only reason that I have thought about keeping one that's alive is because I know these are whelk, and whelk is actually a delicacy. But from what I understand, you have to have a permit to be able to keep those for harvesting to eat. Now, if I'm wrong, leave it in the comments and let me know. I tried to figure out, you know, if it was okay to take one to eat like that, but I haven't been able to find any information on that here. Look at here. Nice find. Nice find. Another nice example of the knob whelk. Wow, that's a nice cockle.
And this is a great example of the Florida cockle. They have these like little speckles across here. Just this particular pattern of these cockles are considered the Florida cockle. Nice and orange and cream in color. Let them check out these holes all across here in this pluff mud. The pivots. It's pretty interesting. Of course, the ones out there with that phobia of many holes or little divots like that, they probably don't appreciate the topography of that. They may be unisex, I'm not really sure.
That's a good question. Are snails and shells unisex?
Duck clam, or what they call a sailor's ear for short, for a nickname, but it is busted there. Alright guys, we hope you guys have enjoyed this section of the beach walk, and if you want to see more beach walks with us, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, share, comment, all the things YouTube wants you to do in order to show that you want to come along with us. So these are some of the beauties that we found. I've already spotted a few more beauties right up ahead of us. So we sure hope you guys have enjoyed it. We could not do it without this cart, and I just want to thank our Patreon, Miss Laurie Large, for donating this cart to us. We've had it for a while now, but this would be impossible without something like this. So we just thank you from the bottom of our hearts, and everybody that supports our channel, whether it's through our Patreon page or our channel members, or just liking the video, watching the video, commenting on the video, all the things that you guys do to show us that you love coming with us, and that you know, showing YouTube that you love coming with us. So thanks guys, we'll catch you on the next one.
And another special thanks real quick
to Miss Ginger for my earrings.
These are the things right here that keeps us coming back out here. These simple little things that people do for us because they know we want to do for others, and you know, it's heartwarming. Thank you guys, we appreciate you. We're about to go on down this beach, and like she was saying, if you want to see the next part of this journey, make sure you hit that subscribe, come with us. Thanks you guys, we love each and every one of you out there.